Hey everybody, you're not going to want to miss this video. As you can see behind me, we now own our own skid loader. This machine right here, yeah, that's ours. Check this video out, you're not going to want to miss it. This is pretty amazing how God has blessed us with this machine. When I started Rapid, I kind of figured, what I thought it was going to cost to buy all the equipment that we need to do what I feel like God has called me to do with Rapid. And it's a ridiculous amount, hundreds of thousands of dollars for semis and trucks and trailers, and that's a lot. But I've always been confident that God would provide whatever that we needed in order to do what He wants us to do. But after the last 2 weeks, I'm even more confident. Because that machine right there behind us, that thing's a godsend. There ain't no other way to explain that machine. That was given to us by God. And what do I mean by that? I've been looking all summer at machines and I haven't come up with anything. They're all overpriced and the value of machines right now is ridiculous. And I've been looking at smaller ones like we've been using because these big ones, they're expensive. But about a couple weeks ago, I was just praying, and I don't normally ask God for things when I'm praying, not specific things, but I'm just like, God, it's August, it's hurricane season, and we still don't have a machine. And finally I just kind of gave it to God. I was like, you're gonna have to figure this one out, because I've been trying all summer and we still don't have a machine. We don't have the money for it, and we haven't been getting the money for it. And I just like, God, if we're supposed to have a machine, you're just gonna have to handle it. And then one evening I was sitting at the table and I just Googled this model machine, which I shouldn't even been Googling, because they cost a lot more than the ones I've been looking at. It's a lot bigger. It's like almost twice the size of the ones I've been looking at. And there was one in Mayfield, Kentucky, about an hour and a half from here, and we went to look at it, as you guys you've seen on Facebook. And I knew when we went to look at it that machine was going to be ours. I didn't know how, but I knew that machine was going to be ours. When we went to look at this machine, we had about half the money total in our bank account of what this machine cost. So we were, in order to buy it and still have, a little bit of money left on the account, we were about $39,000 short of being able to buy this machine. So, with that in mind, there's like no way we're gonna get this machine, right? And I'm like, I can't wait to see how God's gonna work this out. Well, I did that video on Saturday, and Sunday afternoon a guy calls me from here in Waverly, and he's been seeing what we've been doing, and he's seen how much we've been able to help the people here. And he says, we want to help you buy that machine, and we just want to cover the rest of what it cost. And I told him, I was like, we're like $39,000 short. And he's like, that's fine. He says, you let me know how much and we'll get you a check. And sure enough, 3 days later, he brings me a check for $40,000, which is more than I even told him it was going to cost, so we could go buy this machine. 3 hours later, that same day, somebody else donates $6,000 on our website. A guy I know that I haven't talked to for 12 years has been following us on Facebook and donates $6,000, which is a big donation for us, 3 hours after I get a $40,000 check. You can't make this stuff up. It's crazy. But long story short, there's the machine right behind me. That's ours. And that's just the start. We've got so much farther to go. We're barely getting rolling of what I have in mind for Rapid. just barely getting rolling. And it's gonna be an awesome ride because God's in it. That's what makes it awesome, not me. He knew who to pick when he did this because I'm a nobody. This is all God. That's the cool thing. When you see him do this stuff and you know that I had nothing to do with that. That was all God. That's what makes this so cool. But anyway, there's our new machine. And it's gonna move a lot of trees. And this machine is so much more than I had even hoped for. But God had his sights a little higher than I had mine. Next time I won't doubt what he can do. See you guys.